Question 2, Frank McAveety.
To ask the Scottish Executive whether the Cabinet Secretary for Finance and Sustainable Growth has been approached regarding the provision of additional funding to deal with derelict land sites in Glasgow.
Stewart Stevenson.
We currently allocate the City £4.5 million per annum from the Vacant and Derelict Land Fund. I can confirm that the Cabinet Secretary for Finance and Sustainable Growth has not been approached for additional funding to deal with derelict land sites in Glasgow.
Frank McAveety.
I thank the member for the Scottish Government for his response on that one. I would hope they could therefore welcome an opportunity, if approached by the City of Glasgow, because the Derelict Land Fund, I think, is a shared agenda between the City of Glasgow and the Scottish Government about bringing in the areas that have been derelict for so long in Glasgow. And would he accept, therefore, that utilising those resources would help, given that much of the transformational regeneration areas, the M74 extension and the Commonwealth Games venue development, which are in my parliamentary seat, do benefit from Derelict Land Fund, and hope that the Cabinet Secretary would be willing to listen to those pleas for further funding.
Minister.
We're always willing to discuss matters of mutual interest with local authorities and with others. I would make the point that the Vacant Derelict Land Fund is contributing £13.5 million to Glasgow over the period 2008 to 2011. We're also working on urban regeneration, so far contributing over £40 million to the Clyde Gateway Urban Regeneration Company, Town Centre Regeneration Fund and the Clyde Waterfront Regeneration Partnership, where 75% of the £1.1 billion, I beg your pardon, £1.46 billion, has come from the private sector, substantial public investment, but of course will continue to work with interests.
Patrick Harvey.
Thank you. One of the other mechanisms being examined to bring in additional funding for developments in Glasgow is tax increment financing, which essentially would stake large amounts of public money on a gamble that retail units will be filled. At the same time, we're seeing retail units lying empty as a result of the economic circumstances of the last few years. Would it not be wildly irresponsible to approve any such tax increment finance requests at the current time?
Minister.
This is among a range of ways forward that would be considered when a business case is to hand.